It began to disappear in cafés, in libraries, in parks, in all of the ordinary places where strangers once learned how to live together. When was the last time you had an unexpected conversation with a stranger? Can you remember? For many people, the answer is no. That wasn't always the case. Sociologist Ray Oldenburg called these places third places. They exist between home and work. These are the cafes, libraries, parks, public squares where conversation happens without invitation, status, or agenda. They are where ideas collide, differences are negotiated, and trust is ultimately built, one ordinary encounter at a time. As these places disappear, we face more than a crisis of loneliness. We face a crisis of democracy itself. There was a time when you could walk into a cafe knowing no one and leave feeling like you belonged somewhere. Without third places, we lose the everyday friction that teaches people how to disagree, how to compromise, how to coexist. This channel has explored the loneliness economy, the commodification of isolation, and the rise of digital substitutes for community. We've watched the same pattern unfold. Cafes and bookstores disappear. Public gathering spaces are privatized. Face-to-face conversations are replaced by curated feeds and sanitized comment sections. Loneliness is no longer simply a personal condition. It is the slow dismantling of the social infrastructure that makes citizenship possible. Before we become citizens, we first have to belong. That is what third places once gave us. The opposite of loneliness is not merely friendship, it is belonging. Oldenburg believed that friction was not a flaw in democracy, it was one of its greatest strengths. Third places expose us to the unexpected, to inconvenience, to disagreement, to people we would never have chosen to meet. That friction teaches us patience. It teaches compromise. It transforms isolated individuals into a community capable of collective action. The more that we optimize society for comfort, convenience, and personalization, the more we remove the very experiences that make democratic life possible. We still live next door. We just don't know each other anymore. We pass each other every day, but we no longer share a world. Communities dissolve into audiences. Citizens become users. Democracy becomes something we watch instead of something we practice. Physical spaces anchor us in reality. They force us into contact with people unlike ourselves. They remind us that our future is shared. If you've been following this channel, you've seen this pattern before. First came the decline of the intellectual rigor. Next comes the erosion of social rigor through automation, isolation, and loneliness. Now we are witnessing the collapse of civic rigor. The disappearance of third places is not a separate crisis. It's the behavioral threshold monster wearing another mask. Without places to gather, places to argue, and cooperate, and act together, self-government slowly withers. Each step carries us further toward the behavioral sink that John B. Calhoun warned about. No one announces the death of a community. One conversation disappears, then another, and then another, until one day silence is all that's left. Ray Oldenburg once warned that without third places, communities lose their soul. He was speaking about more than cafes or public squares. He was describing the conditions that allow democracy to exist at all. If we lose these uncommodified places where strangers become neighbors, then we lose the spaces where citizenship becomes real. Every democracy begins with strangers willing to share the same space. The challenge is not simply to rebuild gathering places, it's to reclaim that friction, to welcome spontaneity, to remember that democracy is not efficient, it's alive, it's organic, it's unpredictable, messy, and fragile. Perhaps democracy was never something we voted for. Perhaps it was something we practiced every time we welcomed a stranger. And it survives only as long as we continue to do that. No one took it from us. We traded it away, one convenient choice at a time. The beast, the behavioral threshold monster, it needs only one thing: our convenience. Now it's breathing down our necks, ready to drag us deeper into Calhoun's behavioral sink. So go back to the feed that replaced your neighbors. Leave a comment in the comment section before you disappear, if you would. If you found anything worth thinking about, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Katatu, saying so long from Universe 26, the channel at the end of the universe.